From your local news authority, local, in-depth, community. You're watching KFDX3 News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Daryl Franklin.
And I'm Shatanya Clark. We are your local election headquarters.
And we have team coverage of the bond election for WFISD's recreational facilities this evening with PJ Green and Zach Verdia. And as you may have noticed, with their signs spread around town, Vote No advocates are back out solidifying their stance once again.
That's right. Zach Verdia joins us from Region 9. And as we found out, Zach, that polling location had some commotion earlier today, right?
That's exactly right, guys. Vote No advocate Ed Stein was here all morning into the day, right here on the road, showing his sign in support of the Vote No side. But as we saw, not everything stayed that way. Throughout, it was a little after 2 o'clock when Stein says he was almost assaulted by someone upset with his stance and even threw his sign at him. Stein reported the incident to the election judge on location, where another verbal skirmish took place. That's where Stein said he was yelled at by the same man. Before that encounter, though, Stein said it was a peaceful day with generally positive reactions and only a few thumbs down from people. At the end of the day, the mission is still the same. Continue to vote against raising taxes, especially on something the public has already voted down.
In a larger sense, this is more debt, more taxing, and what it is we think that we can borrow and tax ourselves into prosperity. We've been trying that for 20 years, and we have not, and it has not worked. It does not work, and it will not work. That's what we got to do here. We got to stop. We got to say no, no more. Put a lid on it.
Stein points to the privately funded Ryder weight room as an example of community raising a significant amount of money, and feels like the growth of WFISD staff in the last few years that they could have employees dedicated to fundraising specifically for this type of project. Stein hopes they get the hint if this fails for a second time, but of course it will all be decided at the polls. And WFISD did respond to the incident Stein is referencing to, with WFISD Superintendent Michael Kurt saying that WFISD does not condone any of these actions that were taken today. You can find the full statement over on our website.
Okay, Zach, thank you very much for that report.
Well, as the Vote No advocates protest, people who voted yes to the school bond are in full force as well.
Yeah, PJ Green spoke with a couple of them today. So, PJ, why did they vote for this bond?
Well, guys, you know, of these two advocates I spoke with, one is a mother with children in the school district, and one is a grandmother with grandchildren in the school district, and they both say these facilities are for the future of the kids. Now, just for a quick recap, the facilities would consist of an 8-lane track, fields for a number of different sports, and it also would include an area for marching bands. Now, the total impact of this election will be around 1.5 cents, which Superintendent Mike Kurt says equates to about $11.25 per year on a home valued at $100,000 with a homestead exemption. Of the bond supporters, Carly Bendel says these facilities would go hand in hand with the new high schools.
Coaches and teachers and administrators that are running these extracurricular activities are usually sometimes the only person involved in these kids' life. We need to give them the facilities at their campus. It's much more than just scores and band.
Now, Bendel also says one of her daughters will be in one of the new high schools once it's built, and that she wants these facilities for her as well. And advocate Margaret Humphrey says as a realtor, she drives families that move to Wichita Falls to schools in WFISD, and that these new facilities could potentially grow the city even more. Now, Bendel also says if the bond is voted down once again, that she thinks the school district will just try the bond again because these facilities are very much needed.
All right, thank you, PJ, for that. Well, just a reminder, polls will be open until 7 tonight. Polling locations around Wichita Falls include Faith Lodge, number 1158 on Kemp, the Texas Highway Department on Southwest Parkway, the Region 9 Education Center on Loop 11, and the Martin Luther King Center on Smith Street. For a complete list of locations, head on over to Texomashomepage.com.
While voters determined whether or not to pass the bond for new recreational facilities for the 2 new high schools, district leaders have been checking other boxes, one being the naming of the schools. And the names are in, too. The deadline was Friday, and according to the timeline provided by the WFISD, the school board will receive a report with the top 5 names on June 21st. Then the school board is expected to vote on a name for each school in July. The new high schools are scheduled to open in fall 2024.
And both bonds together would bring a $320 hike annually for a home valued at $100,000 and all but $11.25 if that was already approved in November.
Yeah, this measure comes with a 1.5-cent tax increase. The November bond brought a tax hike of 30.5 cents, bringing the total tax impact to 32 cents.
Now, looking back a year before, a $59.5 million school bond passed for the construction of the Career Education Center and other improvements in 2015. Voters overwhelmingly voted down a more expensive bond dealing with the future of Wichita Falls High School.
The $125 million plan in 2014 would have created 2 comprehensive high schools by consolidating Ryder and Old High into one large school with a separate 9th grade facility. Now, Hershey would have received improvements, becoming the second and smaller high school in the district. And the Career Education Center, as you see there, was also part of the 2014 bond package.
Well, all I know is outside felt pretty humid today, but Michael Bowl will be able to tell us more. Michael, how's it looking?
Well, we have scattered showers across the area right now, but a few of these showers may pulse up briefly, produce a few rumbles of thunder and some briefly heavier rainfall. Look at the radar right now. You can see those scattered showers, some going through Young County now, a couple going through western Wichita County. You see what I was talking about here with that pulsing up. You see those yellows and reds starting to pop up just south of Electra there. Moving into Electra right now, some briefly heavier rainfall there, maybe a rumble or two of thunder. We're not looking for any organized severe storms as we go throughout this evening and into tonight, though. We look across the region, you see plenty of activity farther to the south, including a flash flood warning there a little bit northwest of Houston. What we're dealing with here is the last little bit of our upper low that's caused all the showers that we had throughout this last week. It's finally moving through, but as it slowly does, it continues to bring some showers into Texoma throughout this evening and into tonight. I'll have a full look at your forecast, though, coming up here in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. We'll see you then. The WFISD is not the only school district with folks voting on a bond today.
That's right. Residents in Throckmorton headed to the polls to vote on a $30 million bond proposal.
Phase 1 features a new pre-K through 12th grade campus, which will include a cafeteria, media center, academic space for Montessori, collegiate, and CTE programs, and a new ag shop. Phase 2 includes a new gym, weight room, and locker rooms. According
to officials with Throckmorton Collegiate ISD, the school district is experiencing taxable valuation growth due to wind farms. They say there hasn't been much pushback about environmental concerns from the community and that most people are in full support of the bond.
I was concerned. The community is definitely shown up and they're very interested in I see so much more positive than I do negative. So that had us all extremely happy.
The average rural percentage for being college and career ready across the state is 13%, and we are graduating over 80% that are college and career ready. So we're proud of that statistic, and we would desire new facilities that would match what we're doing.
The wind farms would pay 70% of the bond, which is $20 million.
Local taxpayers would pay the rest with a tax increase of 30 cents, almost $20 a month for a $100,000 home.
We are also keeping an eye on one of the largest races for mayor in the history of Henrietta.
Current Mayor Howard Rake has run unopposed since he became mayor pro tem in 2016. Trish Alford is a Wichita Falls native but has lived in Henrietta for about 26 years. Now, Alford is one of 2 women running in the race, along with Shelly O'Malley.
Roy Boswell is also in this race. He's actually a longtime friend of Reiki and works in the Clay County Senior Center.
And throughout the night, we'll be keeping you informed on everything election on air and online. Our team will be providing updates on social media.
And you can find results at Texomashomepage.com throughout the night, so be sure to download the Texoma to Go app as well. Well, nearly 500 MSU Texas students walked the stage in today's commencement ceremony.
Coming up, we'll hear from one graduate about how much this graduation meant for her and her classmates.
And as we head to break, here is a look at some of the other elections we're keeping an eye on this evening.
Congratulations to the class of 2021 on a job well done. You're watching KFDX3 News at 6 with Zach Verdia, Shatanya Clark, weather with Michael Bolding, and sports with MJ Baird. Closed captioning on KFDX is sponsored by Senior Care Health and Rehabilitation. Great new look, same great stations. See it now on KFDX3 and Texoma's Fox.
I'm so tired. You're struggling, huh? You know sugary drinks slow down your game, right? And they all come with a crash that makes you feel weak.
Everything's harder to do.
You gotta skip the sugar. Drink water instead. You'll feel faster and more energized. Much better. Now, Slushy's gotta pay.
Skip the sugar. Energize with water. Learn more at swapupok.com.
At Rebecca Lammers Allstate, we recognize the importance of protecting you and your loved ones and are here to guide you step by step on the best life insurance options for your family. Call or stop by our offices today. Rebecca Lammers Allstate.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Something brand new on the menu. Boneless wings. It's delicious.
Sweet, tangy. The sauce is really good. Yum.
It's a little messy, but that's okay. Part of the goodness.
Golden Chick.
Wear your best cowboy hat when you come down to Golden Chick.
Listen close. It's the grand opening of the used car super lot at the Ford House, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty and Texoma's premier choice for all your pre-owned needs. The used car super lot features a massive selection of super clean pre-owned vehicles, including makes and models from all manufacturers. Plus, don't forget, you'll get our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on most vehicles sold.
The used car super lot at the Ford House.
She's unique, strong, beautiful, and makes you laugh. Now's the time to surprise her with a gift as perfect as she is. From Lewis Jewelry in Iowa Park.
Stay informed, stay connected. Follow us on Twitter at Texoma's homepage. Now, from KFDX3, Texoma's Weather Authority with Michael Bolding.
I was thinking that it was really possible we'd see more rain in the Wichita Falls area, or right here in this area. So I guess voters got a little bit of a break where they could head to the polls today. But overnight, you think we might get more?
Yeah, scattered showers will continue throughout the next couple of hours and into the overnight hours. Actually should increase in coverage here over the next couple of hours. Showers continue to move up from the south. We did get a good amount of rainfall this week. Let's take a look at the rainfall totals just for yesterday. Only 0.02 of an inch, but we had a good amount this week, over 2 3/4 of an inch. That gives us for the month 4.5 inches. Now that we're moving into May, the month of April, almost 2 inches above average. But for the year, we're still a little bit below average. We're over 7 inches, but nearly ½ an inch below average. However, all the rainfall this week, I'm interested to see the drought monitor comes out Thursday, because we should have put a pretty good dent in that drought. So as I said, scattered showers continue as we go throughout tonight, with another small rain chance of the forecast for late Monday. But really the rest of this week looks pretty sunny. Highs near average. It's really a nice springtime week across Texoma. It's pretty cloudy outside though at the moment. The current temperature is 71 degrees. As Shatani mentioned earlier, it's pretty humid out there. Our dew point there in the mid-60s at 64, with an east-southeast wind averaging 14 miles per hour. Today's high was 75 degrees, so we are 5 degrees below our average of 80. The overnight low was 62, so 7 degrees above our average of 55. Tomorrow afternoon, highs in the 80s across Texoma. Low 80s for the eastern half of Texoma. Closer to 90 though for the western half of Texoma, up to 88 in Kroll and Knox City. Look at the highs going forward throughout this week. We're pretty close to our average of 80 for the next couple of days. Then a cold front comes through, brings us back down to the low 70s on Tuesday before we rise back up to around 80 degrees for the end of the week and into the weekend. So look at satellite radar now. As I said, most of the activity in central Texas right now. Continue to see some of that activity moving farther to the north. That's because that upper area of low pressure that's moving across us now continues to bring that nice flow counterclockwise around that area of low pressure into Texoma. Our front that comes through Tuesday is currently a stationary front over the western half of the country. That will approach us once again as we get into Tuesday. Looking at futurecast here over the next 48 hours. Showers continue throughout tonight. Should increase in coverage some over the next couple of hours, but then we get clearing skies into tomorrow afternoon. Clear skies for the most part coming up on the day on Monday. Our rain chances, though, will increase later on Monday. We go throughout tonight, not looking for severe weather, a few rumbles of thunder possible. Nothing for tomorrow. Then we look at Monday, few rumbles of thunder possible late Monday, maybe a very small chance of a marginally severe storm in the eastern portions of Texoma. But overnight tonight, 62 degrees, scattered showers, some thunder, southwest wind between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow high of 81 degrees, some gradual clearing, generally breezy and warm across the area. Here's the 7-day forecast. We'll have that small rain chance for late Monday, and then we'll have another small rain chance as we start out next weekend.
Clean out your garage and refresh your home. Help support Wichita Falls Faith Mission's 2 homeless shelters, Faith Refuge and Faith Mission, by donating and shopping at Faith Resale and Donation Center.
Attitude is built into every bad boy mower that comes off this line.
We don't just outmow the competition, we outlast them. Bad boys are built heavier than they have to be to last a lifetime. Combine our revolutionary off-road 3-link suspension system, all-steel construction, and legendary bad boy power, and now 0% for 60 months? Are you kidding me? We never stop working to give you more innovation, more performance, more fun.
Bad boy, mow with an attitude.
You deserve something sweet, like Brahms' new fancy sundaes. The sticky bun has the perfect hint of cinnamon, topped with smooth, hot caramel and pecans. There's the undeniably delicious cocoa banana ice cream covered in hot fudge and slices of banana. And who could resist 2 scoops of white chocolate strawberry tart filled with pound cake and more strawberries? Or French chocolate macaroon with marshmallow atop Brahms' freshly baked macaroon cookies. Try one or all 4 at Brahms, because you deserve it.
Looking to trade for a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Want to put a little cash in your pocket? Either way, trade-in days at Pruitt Ford is the answer, with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles on sale now for every budget, and staff ready to pay you top dollar for your current vehicle. Just let Pruitt do it in Burkford and PruittFord.com.
Texomashomepage.com is celebrating Mother's Day with our mother-daughter look-alike contest. Visit Texomashomepage.com and share your photo with us. The photo with the most votes will win 2 gift baskets from the Pecan Shed. Happy Mother's Day. The Mother-Daughter Look-alike Contest on Texomashomepage.com. Sponsored by the Pecan Shed, Texoma Community Credit Union, Wasabi, and The Containery. You're watching KFDX3 News in HD.
Several downtown business owners, well, they're artists as well. They're holding a talent show right now. They're doing it for Logan Fox in hopes of helping the little boy's family with a nearly $200,000 surgery.
Yeah, it's being hosted by the Hub of North Texas in the lobby of Big Blue. The talent show features music and comedy acts as well as a performance from the Wichita Falls Youth Symphony Orchestra.
If you were not able to make it out there, we have a link for you to help out over at Texomashomepage.com.
And after one of the most unconventional school years ever, Midwestern State University grads had the chance to walk the stage today.
Yeah, despite the pandemic, 607 students finished strong, and 489 of them proudly received their degree in their majors in front of family and friends. Kager Coliseum, however, was not as packed as usual.
Yeah, some families were unable to attend, but those in attendance did so following proper COVID-19 safety protocols. One graduate, Noah Broad, says she's just grateful to have this experience.
I was excited to still be able to experience my senior year, and glad we didn't have to postpone anything or be online, because I think it really is important to be here with my classmates and see everybody graduate. It's great.
Broad says one of her most memorable experiences this past year was being a student teacher.
She adds, had it not been for everyone following COVID-19 protocols, it probably would not have been possible.
Well, stay with us. We are just getting back to the set. We're getting you. This set is huge. We almost didn't make it over here in time. Stay with us. MJ's in next with sports.
A powerful News Nation investigation continues.
They want to shut me up.
What we uncovered are sexual assault cases in the military getting swept under the rug.
Eventually, justice would prevail. And that didn't happen.
A News Nation exclusive report, Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Ashley Home Store's lowest prices of the season are here. Shop some of our best sellers at their lowest prices, like this upholstered sofa and 3-piece dining set, now only $199, or get 0% interest for 6 years for a limited time only at Ashley Home Store.
COVID has changed almost everything except WIC benefits. They're still available and now even easier to access. For help, just text the Wichita Falls, Wichita County Public Health District WIC team at 940-247-7688.
Extreme Custom Coatings transforms your kitchen or bathroom surfaces in one day. Tired of looking at worn or outdated counters or bathtubs and need an updated look that's affordable? When you need a great fix guaranteed to last for years, it's Extreme Custom Coatings.
When Laura vowed to love me, she wasn't thinking about cancer. I'm just grateful my team of experts at Texas Oncology is close by, so I can still start my mornings right here. I'll see y'all tonight.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Have an old boat, motorcycle, RV, or other vehicle collecting dust? Trade up to something nicer or put a little extra money in your pocket. Lipscomb will buy anything. Just bring it over and we'll send you off with a check or the newer pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lipscomb in Bowie, Burke Burnett, and LipscombAutoTrader.com.
Cue the confetti. 14 years of Kiowa Casino and Hotel calls for a celebration and $14,000 in cash prizes. Win your share at our anniversary celebration Friday, May 21st with a $1,400 cash drawing every hour from 5 to 9 p.m. and 5 $1,400 finale drawings at 10 p.m. Just earn entries on your Kiowa Rewards card May 1st through 21st to qualify. It's all happening May 21st at Kiowa Casino and Hotel, off 544 in DePaul, Oklahoma. Must be 21 to enter.
It's Ashley Home Store's lowest prices of the season, going on now. Shop queen beds, starting as low as $499. Plus, save up to $1,000 off your purchase. Or get 0% interest for 6 years. For a limited time only at Ashley Home Store.
Now from KFDX3, Sports with MJ Baird.
The high school softball playoffs push on this Saturday. A few Texoma teams trying to keep their seasons alive. First up, the City View Lady Mustangs. Charlie Stone and company are in the midst of a 3-game by-district set with Eastland. Here are the scores from the first 2 games. It went to the Lady Mavericks 4-2 in the first one. Lady Mustangs 4-1 in game 2. Today, the rubber match. The winner moves on and the loser goes home. So let's head out to Henrietta High School for today's decisive game 3. Top of the 5th, Jackie McDaniel up the middle. That allows Brandy Sutton to slide safely into home, and it's a 4-2 City View lead. Cody Barnett now at the plate. She hits one hard to center, past a diving center fielder. Presley Maples and McDaniel score. Call it 6-2. And how about this? Barnett loving it at second base, as she should, because it was all part of a 4-run 5th inning that changed this game. Final score, City View 8, Eastland 5. The Lady Mustangs come back from losing game 1. They win 2 straight, and the City View Lady Mustangs are by-district champs. How about game 2 in a series between Archer City and Era? The Lady Cats won game 1 yesterday and could close out the series today. Jill Lyles in the circle, great effort, complete game, allowed just 1 hit and struck out 5. In the bottom of the 4th, the Archer City Bats get going. Mallory Maxwell singles to center field. That gets by, allows Abby, oh, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead of myself here a little bit. Okay, let's see. Runner on second. Now it's Mallory Maxwell who singles to the infield. That allowing Abby Havens to score, who was the pinch runner there. This makes it 2-1 Archer City. The next batter is Jill Lyles. This one gets through to the outfield very easily. A bloop single. Maxwell scores from first, making it 3-1. And that caps the scoring as Archer City beats Era 3-1. And the Lady Cats also are by-district champs. How about a Class 4A by-district series wrapping up today? Burke Burnett 5, Lampasas 3. Natalie Gray with 10 strikeouts in the circle, so the Lady Bulldogs will continue their season. Now some baseball action. Playoff warm-up games today. Vernon and Holiday meeting out in Henrietta. Again, just a playoff warm-up, so no serious implications here. The team's just trying to stay in some shape for their bi-district round matchups coming up soon. Bases loaded for the Eagles. That's a fielder's choice, but it scores a run. And 2 batters later, an identical play. Different players involved, but nonetheless, Holiday still able to plate another run. Let's go to the the top of the 6th inning now, and the Vernon Lions do make it a game. Jacob Boatman back up the middle. Aiden Smith scores. Jacob Garcia also coming around. That made it 6-4. The Lions do score 5 in the final 2 frames, but it's not enough as 4th-ranked Holiday beats Vernon 8-7. To Memorial Stadium now for a playoff warm-up between Ryder and Bridgeport. 5th inning will grab this one. Rance Radke at the plate. His grounder gets through into left field. Braden Arias and Justin Marsh score, and this is a 4-3 Ryder lead. Now, Ryder would begin to pull away with it. Devin Cox dropping one here into left field. You see the arm waving around. That'll score Reese Frantum and Rance Radke. All of a sudden, it's 7-3 Ryder. Judah Perez now, he also finds the grass in left field. RJ Hernandez scores. This all part of a 7-run 5th inning as Ryder beats Bridgeport 13-3. Now, you may or may not be wondering, but Midwestern State men's and women's tennis, their seasons kind of abruptly ended and we stopped talking about it. That's because there was inclement weather at the Lone Star Conference Championships. Unfortunately, rain forced the tournament to be canceled, and Midwestern State men's and women's teams, they didn't do good enough in the regular season, and by that, I mean they didn't win the conference, so unfortunately they don't get the auto bid, but it is kind of sad for Scotland's teams because ultimately weather takes it out of the players' hands, and Midwestern State is not able to afford a chance to get into the NCAA Division II championships. And that is going to do it for tonight's Look at Sports. We'll be right back.
Stay informed. Stay connected. Like us on Facebook. Texoma's homepage.
We Texans love our chicken fried steak, and only your local DQ serves it up like this in the Steak Finger Country Basket. You get 4 tender golden brown steak fingers, perfect for dipping in our country gravy. Plus crispy fries and that famous Texas toast. And don't forget to follow it up with your favorite Blizzard treat. For classic eats and sweet treats, nobody tops DQ.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Hunger. It lets you know you're hungry. For 100% charbroiled Angus beef and A1 sauce. It's steakhouse flavor without all the fuss. Try the Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
Because you've always given them the best. Wichita Valley Pet Cremation.
At Aspen Dental, today is the day to renew your smile with better fitting dentures. Start now. Get our basic replacement dentures for 50% off per arch and enjoy a custom crafted fit in as little as a day. Pay your way and feel protected because we provide the highest level of safety. Then leave doubt in the dust and renew your smile today. Call 1-800-ASPEN Dental or book online at aspendental.com.
The Lantern House Red Tag Sale is going on now. Beautiful lighting fixtures and ceiling fans clearly marked with red tag prices. We have to make room for new market merchandise.
Come see us at the Lantern House. We are locally owned and operated for the last 49 years.
What flavors are you chasing? Hand-seasoned Angus beef? A1 sauce? Words written in cursive? Luxury you eat with your hands. Try the Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
Well, guys, before we go, let's take one last look at the forecast. Temperatures will gradually drop off here. Scattered showers continue across the area with cloudy skies.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
And we will have all your election coverage coming up tonight at 10. We will see you there.